Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do some reviews and demos on some new Flower Beauty products that came out. Specifically, this is their face products from their Light Illusion line. So I picked up their Light Illusion foundation. I picked up the Light Illusion concealer because I mean, you know, they came out with it, might as well try it out together. And then as well as they came out with the Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. I was debating, should I get the powder? I was like, why not? If we're gonna try out the Light Illusion line, let's check it out. They got me with the words illusion, so I'm like illuminating, glowy, dewy. What's gonna happen here? Dry skin. I have dry skin, so anything with those words I'm all for. I really want to see if this is gonna work out well. So for the foundation, I picked up two shades because I honestly wasn't sure. And just a little note, so I picked up the shade Natural Beige, which is what I'm wearing right now. And the other shade is a Soft Sand. I feel like Natural Beige is pretty good. However, I feel like I can still kind of go a shade down. So Natural Beige is M1 and Soft Sand was M2. So like medium 1, medium 2. Because I feel like sometimes the lights are like pretty light. So I thought, I feel like on the website, these look lighter than in person. So just a heads up. I feel like if anything, maybe I'll do the darkest light shade and see if that fits me a little bit better. But medium 1 I think works out great. If I, you know, start tanning, I think it'll be like my perfect shade. So just a little background on that. The packaging looks really luxurious. Like, I've tried a long time ago. I don't even think I even filmed that review of Flower Beauty, their foundation. And this is just like a step up. Also, I wanted to point out that it does come with a pump, so that's really great. The price is $14 for the foundation. A drawback is that they do only have 12 shades, so I'm hoping they come out with more because, you know, a lot of people want to try this, and I feel like maybe even the darkest isn't even that dark either. So it's only 12 shades, so either you might have to like mix or you just maybe not gonna find your shade. So that's definitely, for me, that's a con of this foundation. But the packaging is really nice. It's $14, not too bad for the drugstore. I feel like Flower Beauty products are definitely a little bit higher. So for the foundation to be about $14 is not too bad for their general price point. So a couple things about this foundation. It's supposed to be light, luminous. It's feel like almost like a nude feeling. You're not wearing anything on your face. So I tested this out first one side of my face using just a sponge, and I use the Sonia Kashuk, their makeup blender sponge, which I really love. Check out the review and demo that I did on that video down below. But love it so much. I've even, you know, kind of blended it out with the beauty blender when testing it out prior when reviewing this product, in preparation to review this product. But I think it blends out beautifully with the sponge. It feels so creamy, like it feels so nice on the face. I would say it's definitely on the lighter side. So with one, you know, layer on your face, I think you can get really nice light coverage. It does kind of cover like those imperfections, but if you kind of have more imperfections than like normal, you have a couple blemishes, you might want to like either, you know, cover that up with a concealer or you know, kind of go in, you know, spot treat those specific areas with a little bit more foundation. The other side of my face, I did use my flat top brush, the Wet n Wild, which I love with like so many foundations. It's definitely a go-to brush for mine. And I gotta say, I feel like I actually did not like it with the brush, weirdly enough, because I feel like it maybe didn't provide as much coverage as the Beauty Blender did, which is weird. It's usually the other way around. I was like, you know what, maybe if I want to get a little more coverage, let me test this out with that brush, which is usually what happens. That brush gives me more coverage with other foundations. This one I feel like maybe it sheared it out a little bit more. So I would definitely suggest checking this out with a beauty blender. It blends out easily, beautifully. It's so easy to blend on the face and it feels so good. So upon applying it on the face, it just looks so luminous, and I have dry skin, so that's really hard to achieve. So right off the bat, I was like, whoa, this looks so nice. But I've had that happen with other foundations before, so I'm like, all right, I'll see how it dries down and how it wears throughout the day, and it stays luminous all day long. Even for me, for dry skin, I'm kind of like, ooh, should I like pat down with powder or something? So that was like, wow. I was like, keep checking in and stuff, and it looks so nice on camera. In person, beautiful. I am really loving this foundation. For dry skin, I would definitely say go and check it out. It lasted me all throughout the night. I think yesterday, I remember I filmed like a whole tutorial. I got home maybe around like midnight or so, I took it off, and it still looked great. It looked maybe even more luminous. So I'm just wondering, maybe if anything, for oily skin, I would definitely suggest pat this down with a powder. Because even I'm just like, ooh, should I add a little bit of powder or something to this foundation? And I'm dry skin. I was watching some reviews for like oily skin YouTubers, and they were really liking it. So I was just kind of like, ooh, is this going to be more mattifying on my skin? Usually when oily skin people like something that's luminous, I was like, maybe it's just luminous for oily skin, which happens so much with so many foundations that say luminous, and an eye chart, it feels like more mattifying on my skin. But dry skin, I would definitely suggest checking this out. Like, it just feels so nice on the skin. It lasts all night. It doesn't break up on my face, which I feel like happens with a lot of foundations, especially if they're more on like the mattifying, demi-matte, even possibly satin side. I feel like I didn't have to do too much extra like prep work with my skin to kind of like, you know, just help the foundation last and just kind of like hang on for dear life throughout the day. I just went through my normal routine. I didn't have to like exfoliate extra or anything, but I have really been liking this foundation. My only wish is that there were more shades. So for me, I picked up 2 shades. I didn't even open the soft satin because I was like, that's way too darker. So we're gonna go with natural beige, and I might even exchange them, not just return, exchange for maybe see what the next shade down just for right now, or maybe I'll just get the next shade down, hold on to this one for when it's summertime. Overall, I am very impressed. If you have been curious about this foundation, I would say go check it out. It lasts me 8+ hours throughout the day, and it's illuminating my dry skin. So that is definitely a win for me. Now, as for the concealer is at $10. Also, you know, not too extremely high for Flower Beauty prices. And this comes in 6 shades. Once again, can we expand on that shade range? Once you guys get this great feedback from all these products, that would be great, please and thank you. So I picked up mine in the shade light medium because I feel like a lot of times I either fall between like light medium, light, I never know, it depends on the brand. But sometimes I feel like even light medium can be like pretty light. Once again, I feel like on the website they look a little bit lighter than kind of in person. But I feel like light medium worked for me with the shade that I picked up, the natural beige that I'm wearing. If I were to go that shade down in the foundation, I would probably go a shade down in the concealer as well, the light, because then I feel like this would probably be either the same color or just like even my concealer to be darker than my foundation, which you really don't want. However, the concealer, once again, I really like the applicator. It's a doe foot applicator, and once again, this formula as well, it's so creamy. Like, it just feels so good when you just like slather it on the under eyes of your face. I really like the way that it feels. It blends out. I have been putting it under one eye and blending it out, and then, you know, apply it on the other eye and blend it out. So I haven't been letting it like kind of sit too long in general. That's just something I've been trying to do with my concealer, just so, you know, it's just easier to blend real quick. But it blends out really quick, really easily with that makeup sponge. I've been using Sonia Kashuk sponge, the beauty blender, and I think the coverage is actually really good. Maybe it could be the color that I'm using because it's not too light, so it's not bringing out my under eye circles. But my under eye circles were looking pretty good. And I think, I don't know, I might just keep this color. I don't know, I do like this color. I feel like it covers, it's like dark enough to color, but light enough to still brighten under the eyes. Like, my under eyes look bright and awake. Just everything looks so luminous right now. I love it. Like, you know, if you're dry skin, you know how excited you are when you find a foundation and even a concealer that's luminous. The thing is, with the concealer, it's not watery. Because sometimes with like watery concealers, really light coverage concealers that are watery, like there's like no coverage. It's like no point. Like, I feel like the L'Oreal, their, what was it, the Pro Glow concealer, super excited. It's so watery, barely any coverage. I feel like if you don't have dark circles, go for it. But for something with coverage, creaminess, blendability, I really like their concealer. I would say maybe you're a little bit more oily under the eyes, maybe skip the concealer because I feel like it could crease under the eyes. I dry skin, drier under the eye, so I think this works really, really well. Sometimes with like drier formulas, not so great under the eyes. It just ages you quite a bit. But once again, I am liking this concealer as well. Finally, the powder I picked up. The powder is also $14 and it only comes in 4 shades. The darkest shade is, once again, and not that dark. That'd probably be like a highlighting powder if you have a deeper skin tone. It's Light Illusion powder. I feel, however, though, if anything, I would maybe pass on the powder. If you have dry skin like me, I am not specifically looking for extra coverage with my powder. If you want that extra coverage, a mattifying powder. I feel like this powder is definitely more mattifying. I didn't get any like luminosity out of the powder. I've used powders like the MILANI. They're like luminous face setting powder, and I definitely get that effect. I feel like this powder is definitely more on the mattifying side, and also I'm not looking for that extra coverage. I need a really nice lightweight powder. So I think for me this would be a pass. Also, there's only 4 colors. I picked up mine in the shade beige. So there's a shade porcelain, and then there's a beige, and then there's the other, like, I would say they're more like on the tan side shades. So if you want coverage, maybe pick it up, but I think use whatever other powder that you really like to kind of set this foundation. I feel like this just takes away some of that luminosity that the foundation like really like gives you. So if you want to keep that luminosity, I would definitely say, if you're dry skin like me, use something like the MILANI, that luminous powder, or my favorite, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. Super lightweight powder that you just lightly kind of dust on the face, just, you know, in preparation for contour and everything else. That's the only reason I really use powder, just, you know, to add other powders on my face, just so they won't kind of like skip around. So for me, I think this would be the only thing. It wasn't terrible, but it's not something I'm looking for in my makeup routine. So I would definitely say pass on the powder. Overall, I am so glad I picked up these products, specifically the foundation and the concealer. If you guys have been curious, definitely I would say give it a try, pick it up. If you have normal to oily skin, let me know how you like this. If you have dry skin, let me know if you agree and it gives you that luminosity. Like, dry skin, definitely check it out. Wait, either maybe if they have it at your Ulta, probably they'll have it at Walmart soon for even cheaper. So if you want to save some money, wait for them to come out with it at Walmart. But I do like the packaging. The only thing with like white tops, you know, when you're doing your makeup and you get concealer, you know, foundation all over, you know, sometimes it can get that a little bit dirty. That's maybe the only thing, but these 2 products are definitely, I think these are going to be a big, like, in my next, like, March favorites or something, because I have really been liking the way that this formula feels on my face and how it stays on all day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with some more videos. Also, always check the description box so that you guys can see some other reviews, demos, tutorials, and comment down below of maybe some other products you are looking forward to for reviews, or other makeup tutorials you guys kind of want to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.